All right, today we're going to take a tour through one of the most incredible machines you'll ever find, the human body. We're going to explore the absolutely brilliant engineering that lets us move, and it all starts with one simple but really fundamental puzzle.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Our skeleton is this amazing framework of over 200 hard, totally unbending bones. So how in the world does that rigid structure create, the graceful arc of a dancer or the explosive power of an athlete?
Well, the secret, it isn't in the bones themselves. The real magic is in how they're connected. The solution are our joints, or, if you want to get technical, our articulations. These are the true architects of every single move we make. And every single joint is its own little marvel of biological engineering. Just think of it as a specialized meeting point, right? Where two bones come together and each one is designed to solve a very specific problem. How do we get movement? But also, how do we hold everything together? So to really get this, we're going on a tour. We're going to start up at the command center, the head and neck, then travel down our flexible pillar, the spine. After that, we'll compare the amazing mobility of the shoulder with the rock-solid stability of the hip. And finally, see how it all comes together in a symphony of movement. So let's get started.
So, our first stop is right at the top, the command center, your head and neck. This area has some of the most specialized, most precise joints in your entire body. They're all designed to help us see, hear, and just interact with the world around us.
You ever wonder how you nod your head yes? It's all thanks to this one, very specific connection, the atlanto-occipital joint. This is where the base of your skull meets the very first bone in your spine, a vertebra called the atlas. And its shape is just perfectly designed for that simple back-and-forth rocking motion. Okay, so what about shaking your head no? Well, that move comes from a totally different joint right underneath the first one. It's called the atlantoaxial joint. This is where that first vertebra, the atlas, literally pivots around this peg on the second vertebra, the axis. So think about it. Two simple gestures, yes and no, and they each required their own completely different, masterfully engineered solution. It's amazing. All right, moving on down, we get to the spine. Now, this is not some rigid rod. It's an incredible pillar made of 24 individual moving bones, all stacked on top of each other and connected by their own sets of joints. You know, the real genius of the spine's design is obvious when you just look at it from the side. See? It's not straight at all. It has these really distinct S-curves, and that is not an accident. That shape allows the whole column to compress and rebound, kind of like a spring. It absorbs the shock of every single step you take, protecting your brain from all that impact. Now, if we zoom in even closer, we can see a whole other layer of brilliant engineering. In between each of those bony vertebrae, there's a special flexible cushion. This little pad allows for all those subtle movements and gives us even more shock absorption. And this is the famous intervertebral disc. It's its own little engineering marvel. It's got this tough, fibrous outer ring for strength, and then a soft, gel-like center that acts like a pivot point and a hydraulic cushion. It's just the perfect combo of resilience and flexibility. Okay, our tour now takes us to a joint that was designed for a completely different reason. Welcome to the shoulder, the body's absolute champion of mobility. Its entire structure is built for one thing, giving you an unbelievable range of motion. And the reason for all that mobility becomes crystal clear when you just look at it. The ball, which is the head of your upper arm bone, is sitting in a very, very shallow socket on your shoulder blade. There's minimal bone-on-bone contact, and that's exactly what gives you that incredible freedom to move. A fantastic way to think about the shoulder joint is like a golf ball sitting on a tee, right? It can move in almost any direction, super easily. But as you can probably guess, it's not very stable. And that's the fundamental trade-off right there. You're trading away stability to get all that incredible mobility. So now, let's go check out the shoulder's direct counterpart, a joint built on the exact opposite principle. We're talking about the hip. This thing is a powerhouse of stability, designed to bear the entire weight of your body and propel you forward. And wow, this side-by-side comparison just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the shoulder's shallow golf tee socket. But look over on the right, look at the hip. It's this deep, secure, cup-like socket in the pelvis.
This one picture perfectly shows that constant battle in the body between mobility and stability.
That deep socket, which is called the acetabulum, basically grabs hold of the head of the thigh bone and doesn't let go. This super robust design is what gives us the stable foundation we need for standing, walking, running, you name it. It sacrifices that extreme range of motion you see in the shoulder for pure, raw power and security.
So we've seen joints made for precision, for flexible strength, for crazy mobility, and for powerful stability. But here's the thing, none of them work alone. So for our final stop, let's see how they all come together in what is truly a symphony of movement.
So let's do a quick recap of our tour, yeah? We saw the precision of the neck, which lets us orient ourselves in the world. We saw the flexible strength of the spine, our central pillar. We saw the unmatched mobility of the shoulder for reaching out and interacting. And of course, the foundational stability of the hip that lets us move through the world.
You know, each joint is a specialist. It's a unique solution to a very specific problem. And yet, somehow they all work in perfect harmony, seamlessly integrated. It's this whole system, this absolute masterpiece of biological engineering that allows for the incredible complexity and grace of human movement. So the next time you nod your head, or take a step, or just reach for something on a high shelf, take a second and think about the incredible engineering that's making that possible. Our body is this incredible story of elegant trade-offs: mobility for stability, flexibility for strength. And it kind of leaves us with one last thought. What does this beautiful balance between freedom and limitation tell us about the evolutionary journey that brought us here?